welcome to the very first program of Sarah's Music. I'm Sarah Willis, and you can usually find me playing French horn in the Berlin Philharmonic Orchestra, but presenting this series, I'd like to share with you some of the most exciting and inspiring events in classical music. Now, just in case you're reaching for the remote control thinking classical music may not be quite your thing, stay with us and let us persuade you otherwise. Today we're at the Kulturforum for a very special event. Sir Simon Rattle will conduct the Carmina Burana as part of the Berlin Philharmonic's education program, and he will also be my guest later on in the program. More about the education program we'll be showing you right now. Vocal Heroes is the name of this project, where children from all over Berlin sing and perform together with the Berlin Philharmonic Orchestra.
Ja.
Und blau heißt welche Schule?
Vokalhelden Hellersdorf.
Vokalhelden Hellersdorf. Zeig uns mal kurz, was habt ihr auf dem Rücken? Vokalhelden. Super.
Das ist schön und macht Spaß.
Und ich finde es toll, dass wir mit großen Musikern singen. Es macht Spaß, aber manchmal ist es auch anstrengend.
Super. Und Vorsicht, dass alle beginnen mit mir. Sonst ist es super. Bitte. Noch einmal.
Simon Halsey is the head of the Vocal Heroes project, which in turn is part of the Berlin Philharmonic education program.
The important thing about this project is it's in freie Zeit, it's outside school time. So we find a community centre, a good hall, right in the middle of a community, put really great conductors in there, and then the kids who want to come to join us, and so far nearly all of them stick with it and seem to love it.
Fast sensationell. Nochmal.
In this Carmina Burana rehearsal, the 50 vocal heroes rehearse for the very first time with Sir Simon Rattle. The Berlin Philharmonic education program began in 2002. Sir Simon Rattle brought the idea with him on his arrival in Berlin.
It's just getting people to start using their ears and their voices who have no experience of that whatsoever. And the whole point about this, even though it's run by the Berlin Philharmonic, that you might expect to be interested in elite youth choirs and so on, is actually the complete opposite. It's to get it right down there on the ground and get everybody singing who's never had the chance, and that's quite a challenge.
The education program is for children and adults alike. Over 3,000 people have taken part so far. A love of classical music, or maybe not liking it very much at all, begins at a very early age. I was very lucky because there was a lot of music at home, and also I adored my first French horn teacher, so I practiced day and night for him, and I loved to play with other people. Those were my favorite moments. Okay. So, Clemmy, nimmst das Horn, weißt du? A star is born. Yes! Sir Simon Rattle is one of the world's most famous conductors, and he's also my boss. He's a very busy man today, rehearsing for the concert, but took the time to talk to me. We just had the first rehearsal of Carmina Burana. The kids were so cute. You hadn't heard them before, had you?
Well, I mean, I've heard them in earlier incarnations, and of course I've heard all about it because my son Jonas is in there, so he tells me, oh, it was terrible today. Oh, it wasn't so bad today. So, but actually it was great because, you know, you realise so many of those kids, they haven't been here, they haven't seen a conductor. This idea suddenly they're going to be for the first time in their life with this orchestra and this chorus in this hall. what a wonderful thing.
That's what we're doing it for, to inspire them to love classical music a little bit more. Did you have any sort of programs like this when you were a young lad?
Well, the thing is, look, this was when I was growing up, it was a time where there was a lot of youth music in England. I mean, this is a bit different, because the idea was also not to audition people. It was not to go for the kind of easy middle-class elite kids who
so
might...
anyone can sing?
Anyone can sing, anyone from any background. There are no auditions. The idea is to just simply give people fun, give them the experience, see what it is. And, of course, when the end result is wonderful, I mean, it sounded great today, we're very happy, but the end result... the end result is maybe in many more years. The idea is for people to have the experience and see what it is.
It's not just about the music, it's about this performance atmosphere. Some kids have never been applauded in their lives, I suppose.
No, that's absolutely true. Also, the idea is to build up this feeling of a team, what it is. I don't think there's anything better than music for team building. And you can see all these people, they're making all these relationships together, and they're building this huge team. And I think they're going to be thrilled to bits.
They were just coming out of the rehearsal. You carried on rehearsing with the choir, and the kids came out and they were saying, well, you didn't sing that bit very well, and you have to sing. Don't sing before the conductor does this. So they were really taking it very seriously. You brought the education project with you when you came. We hadn't done anything like that before.
Well, I mean, there were all kinds of incredible things going on here, and lots of teaching at the very highest level. But part of the idea was to spread it, was to spread the word. And we just believe that everybody in this city deserves to have this music, deserves to experience it, deserves to be part of it whenever they can. And I think that's become very much part of the orchestra's mentality as well. I'm proud of that.
I'm proud of that, very proud of that too. And the famous quote, music should be a necessity, not a luxury.
Yeah.
One of my favourite quotes of yours of all time.
We need it.
We need it, and it needs to start at a very early age.
And, hopefully you can infect all these young people with a virus which is incurable.
Music.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
The best.
Okay, let's go and rehearse some more.
As if right on cue for the dress rehearsal, it starts to rain. The vocal heroes have been practicing every week since April for tonight's concert. Here at the dress rehearsal, the children are singing Carl Orff's Carmina Burana side by side with the Berlin State and Cathedral Choir and also the Berlin Radio Choir. At the end of the dress rehearsal, the vocal heroes have a little surprise.
If you'd like to find out more about Sarah's music, then have a look at our website or join us on Facebook. We'll be keeping you up to date with everything going on in front of and behind the camera. In each program of Sarah's music, I'd like to share with you some of my personal favorites of the classical music world. And in this program, because we've been talking so much about children's education, I would like to recommend this fantastic film, El Sistema. El Sistema is a system in Venezuela which is teaching the children from a very young age, getting them involved in music, and sometimes they're children from really poor backgrounds, so this is all they have, their music.
José Antonio Abreu, a Venezuelan conductor, composer and economist, founded El Sistema in 1975. El Sistema is a mostly state-subsidized music education program for children. Making music together gives about 500,000 Venezuelan children hope for a better future, and so far over 55 other countries have adopted the program as well.
Sir Simon actually described the El Sistema program as nothing less than a miracle. One of the most famous musicians to emerge out of the El Sistema program is Gustavo Dudamel, also a world-renowned conductor. This film is really inspiring. It's full of fantastic music from Beethoven to Mambo, and I hope you will love it as much as I do. So that was the very first of Sarah's music. Thanks for joining us, and you'll be able to hear some more Carmina Burana in a moment. I really hope you enjoyed the first episode, and next time, please come back and hear some more fantastic music, meet some more wonderful guests from the world of classical music. See you very, very soon.